Hi, my lovely viewers, welcome to another episode on Mom Through Lens, where we will peep into some of the simple habits that I have incorporated in my life and they resulted as a savior. First thing on my list is planning ahead. Is the best way to save time and keep you organized without adding another chaotic task of pondering on what, how, and when. We cannot rely on our brains to keep everything organized. Maintaining a binder is a good option, but for me, having them right in front of my eyes is the solution. I have my meal planner chalkboard right in the kitchen where I jot down the menus before wrapping up here. On the other hand, cleaning list is absolutely visible without any hodgepodge. All I need to do is have a look and get ready to act. I don't know about you, but I cannot go to bed without face wash. For some reason, I don't feel settled until I have cleaned my face for the night and put myself into cozy jammies. Apart from that, I try to make the environment peaceful by using scents, as it helps to promote good sleep. And the best way to bring it on is by making use of a scented candle. It creates an atmosphere that is relaxing and calming, which can help you wind down slowly. Thanks to Joyce Beams for sending me such curated pieces that has become a part of my routine. Viewers, Joyce Beam is a creative attempt by two sisters. They have a wide range of handmade scented candles packed in varied materials, be it glass jars, concrete, metal. They have it all to match your needs and grounds. Candle lovers, do check them out. And to be honest, I'm falling for these candles. After having a candle lighting ritual, I do a very basic self-care. Just moisturize my hands and face before hopping onto the bed. I keep it very simple as my skin is very sensitive. These little things that give me life and pick me up are always on my list. Next, I check on Ruhi's school folder as in case something needs to be kept ready for the class and has to be done on a first priority. Once the little bunny wraps up her time with dad and hops into sleep, I try my best to make her feel comfortable before she tucks herself under the cozy blanket. Along with these little moments each day, make sure to get adequate sleep. I read a few chapters in a good book each day. I'm not an avid reader. I fall asleep before it goes long. That's the reason why I stick on a single book for months and I'm absolutely fine with it. All I look forward to is good and restful sleep, so that when I wake up in the morning, I will be refreshed and ready to take on tomorrow. When I was newly married, I did made some bad decisions due to lack of maturity, or what I would say, my stubbornness didn't allow me to accept certain things. Anyways, it was my mistake, and with experience, we all do realize that. My point is, no one can be you. The sooner you act, you will create a better version of yourself. This habit of taking out the thick cream that sits overnight before using the milk in the morning is really a clever habit. This was something I used to procrastinate or paid least attention to when I was guided. I could actually see the difference in the quantity while taking out the ghee. I also keep aside the leftover milk before boiling the fresh one. I would advise you to start with one such habit that you hate to do. Keep practicing and that will boost your self-satisfaction. As a homemaker, you must know where to draw the line. We all know homemaking is a never-ending job, and you must realize that you are human first. Maintaining balance is important here. It was last year since I started this channel, and this whole year was a learning phase. Also, it has developed a sense of responsibility in me that assisted me on what to prioritize and what I should let go. I learned to say no to some good things so I have room to say yes to the great things. Morning hours are most productive for me. I put my phone into silent mode and refrain from using it during the first half of my working hour. Not just that, when I get so involved in scripting my ideas, coming out from the workflow becomes a task for me. But I make my mind that the little one needs to be fed, Sakti needs a cup of tea, and the house needs a quick pickup before the maid arrives. So, it's time to listen to the waking alarm. That's when it becomes simple for me to decide on whether to have a peaceful, smooth-moving day ahead or an exhausted one. I think it's wise enough to listen to the alarm. Well, now we will deal with the habits to have a smooth running kitchen. It's something that we can never get rid of. And the managing of a kitchen efficiently doesn't come in a blink. 3 things needs to be considered: consistency, practice, and willingness to learn. My family cannot work on a planned meal for a week. Neither it works for me. I did a lot of research, saw videos, and did implement them in my routine. But to be honest, it didn't turn out to be effective, as my family looks forward to freshly made dishes. So, I do a very basic meal plan which I will take you through sometime later. But what I focus more is to keep my basics stocked, be it pantry or masala dabbas or basic ingredients that I will be using for the day, so that I'm on track and I don't have to change my menu at the very end moment. Also, while stocking up the pantry, make sure you take out the left-outs in a bowl, fill the fresh one first, and then fill it with the last stocks. This practice will save your staple legumes from getting spoiled and will last longer. You can put tej pattas too if you have a large quantity to store for. Tell me one thing, who all have been through the phase where your moms have commanded you to stay wherever you are until the pocha was done? Pinch me if yes. My mom is a cleaning freak. Adding on to that, I have grown up seeing her. The dedication and love to keep the space sparkling clean has been passed on to me through her. But I must admit, I can achieve just 50% of what she does. I admire her energy. My point is, the habit of tackling the area before leaving that space is the key of a neat and organized welcoming homes. If you are done in a living room, pick that bottle of water from the table, upright the cushions. Done with kitchen, wrap it up by putting everything back on their address. How long it will take? Hardly 5 minutes, right? Try to make it a habit and you can thank me later. Since we are a family of 3, I avoid using big-sized utensils while cooking. It saves time and money as well. Cleverly reusing stocks that are rich in vitamins rather tossing them. Closing the lid while cooking. Making use of the cook time by challenging myself to get more things done during this time are some of the habits that I have worked on. Here, I am transferring the paste from the jar while my base masala is getting cooked. I used to procrastinate using leftovers in our meals, a very bad habit of negligence that I really needed to work on myself. Now, I keep a check on my leftovers. That helps me avoid dumping food, keeps my fridge clean, and it also adds on a less effort while lunch preparation. I avoid using microwave for heating big batch of foods and rather prefer using my stove to serve it fresh and hot on the table. A homemaker is a person who manages a home irrespective of the gender. Every hand that goes in making a home sweet home is a homemaker for me. In the midst of our busy, mundane, or demanding days, taking good rest and being joyful is the most important habit that everyone should practice. Do our best to be positive and joyful. Your plans may fall apart. Your laundry may not get done. But what matters most is the atmosphere you bring to the people who live in your home. I bring in the ritual of calming down the atmosphere by lighting candles, with the hope that Art tucks these memories deep in her heart. Good habits give good results. Value yourself. Take good rest, have an easy flow routine, and most importantly, have very efficient expectations. If this video was motivating enough, do share it with others and newbies. Please consider subscribing. Meet you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.